Hellfire Hobbs and his Brimstone Brood. Future highlights. Junebug goes a little crazy when she sees the ruin of her childhood home. She bolts for Las Vegas, where the flamingo is her playground, and Bugsy Siegel is the love of her life. Lucifer and Hellfire trick Meyer Lansky into rubbing Bugsy out, never realizing what it will do to their precious Junebug's delicate mental state. Gladys Ann has a massive rack, a gorgeous face, and the elegance of a farting bulldog, a homespun doomsayer. She warns Hobbs not to marry JoBeth, in an eerie prophecy that could put goosebumps on a goose. She's also a man-eating werewolf, but doesn't really enjoy it. Gladys Ann weeps and wails appropriately when her husband, Hickory, is found dead in the river, wrapped in chains. She cashes an insurance check that transforms Hickory's outmoded homestead into Gladys Ann's gaming house and bordello. Lucifer tricks Betty Crocker and Duncan Hines into an orgy with Gladys Ann. Reverend Lazarus watches and prays for salvation. Betty and Duncan steal Gladys Ann's box cake concept and recipes, and find nationwide fame and fortune in the box cake business overnight. The bordello soon occupies J. Edgar Hoover's top people and places of interest. Elliot Ness and 2 FBI agents arrive one foggy night to start an investigation, and mysteriously disappear. The case is closed. JoBeth earns 4 distance college degrees in 1 year: engineering, architecture, law, and the arts. Betty Jean Buckett-Tunner leads a dozen Syracuse housewives on a journey up Hobbs Mountain to thank Jadine for their freedom. JoBeth expands her homestead into a futuristic back-to-nature compound she names Valhalla. A team of battered wives adopt the names of the Valkyries and move into Valhalla's modernized barn. They become JoBeth's horticulture experts and Avenging Angel security squad. Valhalla evolves into a wellness retreat to house and heal women from around the globe. The Valkyries produce tons of JoBeth's magical supersized veggies, enough to supply needy countries around the world, along with marijuana terpenes to keep all mankind holistically healthy. Cooks in collaborative kitchens prepare the food the Valkyries grow. Valhalla soon includes a healing center, a school, and a research lab. JoBeth joins forces with Tesla to create free energy for all. When Earth becomes its own power source, JoBeth becomes CEO of an assortment of philanthropic corporations and dreams up revolutionary inventions and medicines to enhance the quality of life. The audacity of JoBeth's architecture thrills the world. JoBeth's company, Ubiquity, grows marijuana forests on high-rise rooftops in cities across the country to control urban pollution. Big Pharma dies a quick death when all toxins are obliterated from our food sources and our bodies. Fascinated, Lucifer spies on every move. Blood Honey and Bullshine Elixir are licensed by JoBeth's revamped Pfizer company, so everyone can be happy and horny and look young forever. JoBeth creates a superior paper at lower prices. She franchises Crush Pot paper mills to the world, but only to women. William Randolph Hearst and his mouthpiece Anslinger attempt to criminalize marijuana for their own personal gain. JoBeth trots out her law degree and crushes them in the courtroom. Hearst and Anslinger become Wall Street laughingstocks. The Amazon rainforests survive, unmolested, and the world rejoices. Lucifer and Hellfire slither into Valhalla. The wildcats pounce, and the wolves and bear attack. Laughing like loons, they flee with pockets full of green bud, just another prank in their long list of madcap adventures for Lucifer, overlord of the damned, and Hellfire, the man who wouldn't die. A gypsy cabaret owner in Paris has a dream of a half-lady, half-man, rescuing the world from Hitler. Rainy Day knows exactly who to call. JoBeth packs her Joe Summerfield gear and heads for Paris to bring Sir Lady half in half out of retirement. Furious about Lucifer's obsession with JoBeth, Crimson teleports to Paris and is hired as a torch singer for Sir Lady's opening act. Justice is Eisenhower's event planner and the Parisian black market's best smuggler, just a good old red, white and blue patriot. On New Year's Eve, Eisenhower throws Justice a birthday party at the cabaret. Jo blows her cover to hug Justice. Ignored by the big brass, Sonny Boy feels sorry for himself. He's the boxing champion of the world, and that perfumed pipsqueak, Justice, is hogging all the attention. In a drunken rage, Sonny Boy sneaks behind enemy lines, kicks ass on a squad of Nazis, and sets off the London Blitz. Crimson discovers the cabaret is a front for the French resistance when Eisenhower recruits Joe. Disguised as a Russian mystic, Joe Beth destroys the Third Reich using a time travel scam, a seance that calls up Hitler's perverted parents, and 50 milligrams of LSD. Hellfire's secret love child, Jorindolin, becomes Jadine's stepdaughter. After 5 years of daily lashings and 7 years at a posh girls' school with a freaky headmistress, Jorindolin graduates with a degree in S&M. In London's Carnaby scene, Mistress Switch punishes everybody who's anybody. And this is Jorindolin's world. Weenie is beamed up by 2 Anunnaki officers who warn her she must locate Eric von Daniken, Betty and Barney Hill, and Rainy Day. Lucifer and Hellfire drop into the real world now and then to raise a little hell. Lucifer's focus in the 40s is whipping up pranks like Pearl Harbor. The 50s finds Lucifer and Hellfire tangling McCarthy in his own web of lies. The 60s unveil the hippie revolution and the underworld of S&M. The 70s delve into drugs, disco, and black power. The 80s and 90s examine the KKK, the collapse of rational thought, and the utter downfall of humanity. Mtron and Anu have been guardians of Earth since time began, and have never interfered, but now, Earth is dying, and there is no one who can activate the Omega Stone. Or is there? The countdown begins.